Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. And this is VC184 The Child. And this is where we left off last time I did a video for the quick shots. I can't believe this, it was the 21st of February 2021. And then I called it a day. Obviously I did the episode for Echo that you just saw to get back on track. That was a missing figure that I'd never reviewed and can be sort of put into the, like I waffled on about last time, could be put into the chronological playlist. So anyway, check that video out if you want to hear how I'm going to go onwards, but with the quick shots and everything. But it's good to be back. But this is the next figure in line, which I did own at the time, but I sort of stopped everything thinking they were going to bring out 188, which we still haven't even had. Bruh. I'm hoping it's going to be Jesse. But anyway, the child and this card back, I'm not a fan of this card back, in all honesty. The figure and everything is, you see, even that is... Well, it looks like the child and it's great and everything, but it's just, you don't get much plastic in this apart from that pram. The pram, as Werner Herzog says. But I've also thought I'd bring into this review a few other items, including the Black Series one, which I got from Tungori, that, you know, loose. And I thought I'd show you as well the Retro Collection one, which is apparently, well, you can see it there, is the biggest of the three. It's mad, isn't it? The 3 3/4 inch one is bigger than the Black Series. And obviously that one is scaled nicely. It's not my first child. Not my first child. The first ever child figure I got was, where is it now? Oh, here it is. Just bear with me. I do have it to hand. The 177 one, which is a nice figure. There he is. Have I got the right one? I think I have, yeah. I think there were two variants of this as well. One of them had a peg hole in it. This one, does he have a peg hole? I think his ears are further down. And yes, he does have a peg hole, this one. And you get a frog with him. And of course, the pram, which is not it's not vac metal like apparently the one in the Razor Crest is going to be. Which, speaking of which, we're supposed to be getting the Razor Crest soon. If I mount the camera, I'll just open this pram so you can see inside it. Which I don't really like having the child in the pram, really. That's very good, though. Look at the detail of the fabric there. It's good, isn't it? Well, should have got more light underneath it. There you go. That's that. You could have him lying in there, I guess, but I don't really want to. I want him awake and alive with us. So the card back, as I say, is not that good, in my opinion. It could maybe echo what a card back was like in the 80s, where they just take a rough and ready picture. But for me, I think that because he's such a beautiful looking creature, the child, Grogu, as he's called. Speaking of Grogu, we should hopefully get a card back with the name Grogu on it, because now he has a name after the making of season 2. But yeah, he doesn't really fill the card. It feels so empty. Not only do you get skimped on the plastic, it's quite a big bubble as well for the size of the character, but he's so distant on it. I think I prefer the image on the... Well, even that's a bit funny. That looks almost a little bit cropped, that image. Like it's pixeled or something from croppage. If that makes sense. But I would be interested to see, again, what the card back is like on the one in the Razor Crest. And that's also an unpunched card. I think it is a bigger image of him. And he's looking on a bit like Yoda. Not the one when Yoda's fishing, but the one when Yoda sort of stood on the bank looking peaceful. There he is, the figure there again in the bubble. So, you know, it's good, the child and everything. And I think I could probably stand to own another one to put him inside the pram. I have this one stood outside the pram next to, well, he's on my Mando shelf somewhere. I've only got 2 loose Grogus in 3 3/4 inch. One of them is being held by Ahsoka. And then I've got this one just stood. And then I could have another one in the pram. The pram, but that's all I have. This Black Series one, I don't like having it on my 3 3/4 inch shelf because I know he's not accurate. So I just have him knocking around, really. He comes with a bigger frog, but I tell you what, I do have the Black Series frog on the display with that Grogu, because why not? The frog could be a fat frog for him to get his teeth into, maybe take the leg of it. Anyway, I do get told that I should show the backs of the cards more, but there really isn't much to see. But there it is. Well, there is. You can see the other figures that were coming up at the time of this release, which are there, but it's a shame you don't get that classic history lesson that you've got in the early 2010s. The 2010 vintage collection, you know. They showed you variants and the original releases, like this here. Bear with me. I just happen to have a Gamorrean guard, or Gamorrean guard, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But you see, that's all. That was all good. That, and if they weren't vintage 80s, they would show you the nearest equivalent, like this VC45 here on the back. Oh no, that's the late. Sorry, wrong one. That's the re-release. This is the original VC45, but they got that wrong, Hasbro. Come on, man. I've said this before, but they really, technically, the first ever Clone Trooper was the sneak preview one in the green Power of the Jedi packaging. But anyway, there you are. So that is the child. But again, not really a fan of that card back, really. It doesn't really float my boat. I think they could have used a better image of him, a bigger one where he fills the screen with that cute little face of his. But anyway, hey-ho, it is what it is. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of Grogus and Childs coming our way for damn sure. That is without question. Thank you for watching. I have been Only One Kenobi, Only One. If you are new around here, do subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode. Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.